Paramount. You know, we're seeing stories about who's supposed to buy Time Warner. Paramount is out, right? Oh, Paramount's not going to be getting it. It's probably going to be Netflix. And then these stories start coming. Paramount grows more confident. Warner Brothers and Discovery will drop Netflix bid. And a lot of people, Tom is texting me all night. He said, let me tell you what's going on here. I said, well, I'm going to go to Snyder first on this and then Pomp and see what we do. So confidence is growing inside Paramount, Skydance, and Warner Brothers Discovery. It's deal with Netflix in a matter of days and reopen a months-long bidding war of the company. The Warner Brothers, if Warner Brothers does reopen the process, it will have less to do with the recent barely enhanced offer by Paramount, where it didn't increase its all-cash deal of $78 billion bid, other than agreeing to cover a breakup fee to walk away from Netflix. Then the worries about valuation and the regulatory uncertainty. At the Post reported last week, the firm known as WBD Warner Brothers, that controls the iconic Warner Brothers studio, HBO Max streaming, and cable properties like CNN Discovery, has been under massive pressure to consider the sweetened offer from Paramount Skydance. Increasingly, Warner Brothers investors believe the nearly sealed $72 billion deal from Netflix for the studio and the streaming service is facing insurmountable regulatory hurdles, while they also are questioning the valuation of the Netflix offer. Jeff, where do you stand with this?
Again, I think that it's an admission that the industry as it was is failing, that there's enough technological change and evolution that they're trying their best to keep the horse alive as long as they possibly can. And the only way to do that is to create streaming libraries that are big enough to survive the fact that they have all just junk.
But why do you think this happened, though? You know, it's going this way, and the market's like, yeah, I don't think they're going to pick it up. I don't think Paramount's going to pick it up. And then all of a sudden, come back here. No, we should look at Paramount. Why do you think that happened?
There's stuff going on behind the scenes because this has become such a hot button thing. You know, the government's getting involved. I mean, we've got lawyers involved. There's a lot at stake for all parties involved, which means it's too much to just simply say, oh, Netflix, you take it. We'll be fine. We'll go someplace else. It's again, the competition issue is really what's driving everything. The fact that social media, I specifically say YouTube, but it's not just YouTube.
You would rather have it go to YouTube?
No, I'm saying YouTube is eating their lunch. Social media is eating their lunch. The idea of appointment television, that kind of, it's you know, baby boomers do that. Most young people.
Appointment television.
That's what you call it. That's what they call it. That's not my term. They call it appointment television. The idea that somebody sits down.
76 million boomers out there you just pissed off.
I know. I'm sorry. But to all the younger people who have, like, for example, never seen a nightly news report, they're not going to sit down at 6:30 p.m. and watch CBS News.
Yeah.
That property is dead.
Pop,
that used to be cash cow.
What do you think? You think it's going to end up going to Paramount? You think it's going to end up going to Netflix? What are your thoughts?
I think that all the numbers, everything everyone's focused on, the wrong thing to focus on. There's only one thing that matters.
Tell me.
Who are the people? You going to bet against the Ellisons? They got Netflix's market cap is $325 billion. Larry Ellison personally is worth $225 billion. His net worth is almost as much as the entire Netflix business. So they got the money. The second thing is you got people running Netflix who aren't the founders. You have basically professional CEOs who have come in. So you're an adult.
Are you talking about Ted?
Yeah, they're not the founders, as far as I understand, right?
But Reed is still involved, right?
That's fine, but you're in a dog fight. You need people who know how to fight, right? It's like taking somebody who is like a bodybuilder at the gym. They look real and good, right? They look like they got the big muscles and stuff.
Fight a UFC guy.
But you fight a street fighter, they don't got the muscles, but they whoop your ass, right?
Yeah.
And so same thing here is you basically have a very entrepreneurial family that is just going to keep fighting, and you see it. Every time you see a headline come across, what do they talk about?
Let me ask you
We're
guys
going to go red alert. We're going to go, real hard at this.
Here's a question for you. How much does diplomacy and building relationship with the current administration matter in deals this size?
10 out of 10.
You think so?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Yeah, I think that's the entire reason why this is happening. Like, look at the Cauchy odds. I think they were up like to 60% that Netflix is going to win a week or two ago, and now it totally flipped, and now they're saying Paramount's
really,
going to win.
Rob? Do you have the updated Cauchy odds?
Yeah, now it says Paramount is the favorite. And I think
is that it?
Yeah. Look,
who will successfully take over Warner Brothers? So Red is who? Red is Netflix?
No, none before July 2027 is Red at 15%, Netflix at 36.4%, Paramount at 49.8%.
Can you go to the peak of Netflix Blue, whatever that was in June, July? January, right there, yeah.
It was like 2 weeks.
70, wow. 72%, and Paramount was at what? Does that say 16?
16.2%.
And now it's what?
Today it is 49% Paramount, Netflix 36.4.
But
Without any breaking news, without any breaking news happening though. So I think that's, like you said, behind the scenes stuff, and I think that's the forces of the political will behind it.
So is it a government backlash? Is it a public backlash? Is it, like you're saying, is it the street fight between the companies?
There's some other things that have happened. There's been a couple of deals that occurred where people started to realize, wait a second, because there's this whole controversy, and I don't know all the details, right, but there's this whole controversy over how much is some of the assets actually worth and shares versus cash. Cash is king, $1 equals $1, right? But the second you start talking about, hey, we're going to give you some shares, well, is that share worth $1? Is it worth $3? And there's a bunch of debate about that. But there's been some public market deals that have happened where now it's calling into question things that Netflix was previously saying. And so I think that you have a combination of factors. You've got the politics, like they're talking about. You've got the characters that are, kind of
The players.
going through this.
Yep.
And then you also have, okay, we're getting more data from the market that maybe it's just that, look, these legacy assets might not be as valuable as everybody thought they were.
And by the way, long term, go 20 years, not 5 years. Go 20 years, 2046. What does the media look like? What does Netflix look like? What does YouTube look like? What does Time Warner look like? What do these guys look like?
Well, you know a great point, Versant. You know, this like CNBC, MSNBC, they all got spun out from NBC Universal. It's down 35% since they went public.
Versant.
So like
Dead
NBC,
industry.
yeah,
They're just
NBC
dead.
has all these assets. They basically took CNBC, MSNBC, Golf Channel,
The
all these
appointment
things,
television stuff.
and they spun it out. And they say that's our streaming business. We don't want to have our movie film library, all this stuff funding this other stuff. So we're going to break these out into two separate businesses. That Versant business that got spun out is now down 35%. So what they thought it was going to go out at, obviously the market is repricing it 35% lower. So then you go and you look at Netflix, you look at these other things, and I think to your point, like, how much TV do you watch versus YouTube, social media, Netflix? It's just not that much.
It's played out. Oh, sorry, no finish.
No, so it's just like it is less valuable than it was, 5-10 years ago.
It's $75 billion value to Paramount and $75 billion value to Netflix where they want to pick something like this up, Brandon.
Yeah, no, I just think like if this goes through for Netflix, it kind of creates a fortress for content. Like that example, I think it's because it's like that's like a knockoff streaming service what they made there. But Netflix is Netflix because it has most of the content on it. Then if they get this, it's like the primary source for content that people actually want to watch. So yeah, I think just because it has market dominance already, and this would give it like stuff that it doesn't even have. So I think it would give it more of that monopoly that we're trying to avoid.
Well, we'll see. I mean, can you go to Tom's tweet real quick? Go to Tom's tweet since Tom is not here. Warner Brothers Discovery just pulled a power move, set the Netflix merger vote to March 20th, told shareholders to vote yes on Netflix, also reopened talks with Paramount for 7 days. Paramount immediately raised their offer from 31 to 31, up from 30. Translation, Warner Brothers telling Netflix, we're with you, while whispering to Paramount, show us what you really got, like dating two people at once. Classic corporate auction. Warner Brothers shareholder will win. Employees brace for layoffs. Either way, Hollywood consolidation, fewer buyers, worse deals for talent, higher prices for consumers. The trick will be getting this through the Federal Trade Commission hearings. That will be a mini-series by itself. By the way, Tom, quick shout-out to you. You got a laugh from a text joke, not an actual joke. So maybe in the future, we should test this out more often. We have our annual Sales Leadership Summit that is coming up. This year, we're doing it at the Trump Doral. I went to the property the other day. Unbelievably beautiful property. And if you're a sales person or a sales leader or a CEO that wants to drive sales and find superstars and develop superstars, Rob, play that clip that you have. I think Alicia sent it to you.
The portfolio that performs in one economic regime can get crushed in the next. So in this free webinar, we're going to reveal what those 4 economic regimes are, how to identify them, as well as the assets, historically speaking, best positioned to perform in every environment. So reserve your seat now and learn how to prepare your portfolio before the economy shifts again.